My friend John from Happy Console Gamer joined me for Assassin's Creed, which is a big console game. It's been turned into a movie. What did you think of Assassin's Creed?
I gotta say, honestly, it's my movie of the year 2016. I haven't seen.
Let me just hurl you off of here.
Hey, no, I will jump off and do a roll into. No, I'm kidding. This is like the worst movie I have seen this year, and it hurts me because there's so much budget in this. There's so much relying on it by Ubisoft. We were expecting so much from it.
Yeah.
And boy, is it just flat.
Well, we saw it at a critic screening, and you know, we're video game nerds, so we have played these games and know them. I've played every one of the Assassin's Creed games, and I just couldn't help but feel very sorry for every movie critic that came out to see this movie and tried to make any sense of the bullshit story and plot that's happening in this thing, because it's just junk, and it's infuriating and embarrassing as a video game fan, because I think any video game fan out there can kind of hope, and it's like we saw with Warcraft, we put our hopes and dreams into furthering the love for this medium, and for more people to appreciate the stories and the craftsmanship and the love that goes into a lot of these video game narratives. And we expect that maybe they're going to get this right one of these days, and this just is that leap of faith that just goes splat onto the concrete, and there's just blood and guts smeared everywhere, and it's just awful shit. It's just terrible, and it makes me so goddamn angry that I never want to see Assassin's Creed again in my life.
I walked in and I wanted it to be Mortal Kombat, you know, when they do that translation and you're like, this is fantastic, it's the perfect video game translation, and it's not. It's so boring. To be honest with you, I think that's the biggest fault of the movie. It's so boring, but why is it so boring? It's
exposition.
Got lots of, so much action, so much stuff going on, but it's so flat, it's so boring. And my main thing is there's absolutely no humor. And I'm not saying that there needs to be gags or anything like that, but the movie takes itself way too seriously the whole way through.
Well, it has to explain this stupid Deus Ex Machina, which is this kind of stage, it's the machine, the god's machine, which is the Animus. It has to explain it for the whole frickin' movie. So you're just constantly getting this expository kind of briefing on what we're doing. We're going back into the past, and we're going to dive into Callum, who Michael Fassbender plays two roles. He plays Aguilera in 1492 Spain, and he plays Callum, this murderer in sort of present day, and he has to jump into this Animus and go back into the past, which they've done in every single Assassin's Creed game, to the point of exhaustion and to the point of us like, okay, I don't care. And what they should have done with this movie is not set everything in the present day and then go back to the past and have to explain all this bullshit.
All be in the past.
Yeah, and plus all of the Apple stuff. They should have done it in reverse. They should have done the past and let us care about Aguilera and Spain and that whole world, and make it feel like we're really there and authentic, because a lot of effort was put in, just like in the video games, to make us kind of feel like we've been transported back in time. And it's all just sort of washed away by the garbage that is sort of presented in present day. And if moviegoers who want a sort of a linear narrative experience had been able to just sort of enjoy and appreciate that this stuff connects to modern day, they would have had a successful movie. And honestly, so much of this movie could just be recut and rejiggered and put together again to be a better film, because there's a ton of money on display here.
It's so unusual because they took the game and made it into a movie, and they did a good version. They did the exact version, but it doesn't translate well into a fun, entertaining film. We were sitting there, and there was a few of us there, and we were like, oh my God, there's another hour to go, and you should never be feeling that way in a movie.
You should never be hearing a critic snoring behind you, which is exactly what was going on. There was like this underlying soundtrack of as you're watching this movie, and it's like, I feel for you, man. Like, this is boring as hell.
It was so boring.
It was boring. Every minute that we spent in present day, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly true with the video games, and they know that, and they've been trying to fix that, and they keep screwing it up. We don't give a shit about Desmond and the other idiots that are running around in present day. Let us be Ezio. Let us be a pirate. Let us go in, but also let us care about those characters. And the fact that they keep throwing the present day into the story, it completely kills the past. It doesn't make us give a crap about the past.
It's almost like the director just extended the movie. I mean, like, just added all this extra stuff that he didn't, like, how many shots of Michael Fassbender just standing there staring at nothing, and and you're going, and then other characters like Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Jeremy Irons, an actor who I absolutely adore.
Yep.
Who's just, as you said, was really good. Just cashing in a paycheck.
Yeah.
He's just standing there staring at things.
Well, he's like,
he's
he's put Michael Caine's picture on his mantle by his fireplace and said, I want that career. I just want to be in every movie.
And stand there.
Make lots of money, and I will look perfect, and I will cash my check. And that's kind of the way that it feels like that.
We need the apple.
This is so bad, even Michael Fassbender shirtless for 25% of the movie can't fix this movie. You know? I mean, like, they threw everything they could at this
and
thing.
And they made him stare at you for like a good 15 minutes, just like that, you know? And I absolutely, unfortunately, you can see the money. I just hated the movie. I didn't have one bit of shred of fun. All the action sequences were incredibly choreographed.
I like that.
They did not create,
I like the look of it, and I like the action, because they invested in all of that.
And they translated it well into a movie.
And it makes you go, geez, I got my thumbs are itchy. I want to go play the video game. And then the minute that, honestly, it feels like every line of dialogue between characters is said in solitude, and they just say a line, and then they cut to another actor saying a line, and there's no feeling of emotion, no connection, and it just goes back and forth, and you just don't care about any of this stuff. And it's a terrible, terrible
I
movie.
wish Michael Fassbender killed me in the movie, so I didn't have to watch the end of it.
I know.
That would have been great.
This Assassin's Creed movie has assassinated a lot of my love for Assassin's Creed.
Is it your worst movie of 2016?
I think this is the worst movie I've seen in 2016.
I think so, too.
And it really underlines how problematic and how stupid and how terrible video game movies are and how much of a problem it is. And I don't give a crap about game companies wanting to kind of integrate themselves into the storytelling and be authentic. Make a good goddamn movie. These are great beginnings of things, great sort of properties to make a good movie, but make a goddamn good movie.
The money was there.
Yeah.
You can't say the money, we didn't have enough budget. They had they had too much money.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, as a video game guy, and I know you are too, we're going to have to meet with friends forever that are going to say, well, how about that Assassin's Creed movie? That was a piece of shit, huh? I mean, we're going to hear that again for the rest of our lives.
Oh, God.
And so is
Ubisoft,
you know what?
Hey, I think it's a perfect movie if you want to fall asleep on a night. You can't fall asleep. You put that movie on. In the first 5 minutes, you'll be snoring like that reviewer behind you.
I can't wait for the YouTube cuts, you know, where people just take out all the crap and just make all the action stuff
It'll just be Michael Fassbender standing there.
No, and all of that will be, there'll be a whole cut of Michael Fassbender just standing around and people talking to each other but not hearing each other. Didn't it feel like that? It felt like everybody was in like a VO booth just saying something like in space, and none of it mattered.
Didn't care about any human being, didn't care about any fight, didn't care about one damn thing.
What are you giving this thing?
Holy, I gotta give it a 4 out of 10.
2 from me. I hate this thing. I can't believe it. What a total travesty.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.